The Edmonton Oilers attain the 500 plateau for the first time since the second game of the regular season with a 4-1 defeat over the Montreal Canadiens. It was a big night as the team goes into the Christmas break at 500 with 36 points. We're going to send it right into the Oilers locker room. Drake Caggiula standing by.
I've actually been joking around about not finishing them, but it's good when you're getting a lot of chances, and we're creating a lot of opportunities for ourselves and our line mates, and we have a lot of fun playing together. We have 3 different styles of play, but they seem to mesh pretty well.
How dangerous is this team right now, having 4 lines that can go out there and make an impact any night?
Yeah, you see it in the last 4 games and even games prior to that. We've had all 4 lines rolling, and guys are contributing on every different line, and we're playing a complete game, and no one's taking nights off. So it's fun to watch, and every single night there's a different line stepping up and taking control, and that's all you can ask for.
4 straight wins for this team. I'm sure it maybe means a little bit more to you guys than it would for some other clubs out there, considering how the season started. What does it mean to you guys going into the break?
Oh, it's huge. It shows the resilience in our team. After a tough start to the season, we've battled back to 500. We're pretty proud of that, but there's a lot more that we have to do, and we're going to make sure we keep rolling here. We can't be satisfied with where we're at right now. We got to keep pushing forward.
He could honestly say he has eyes in the back of his head, and sometimes you're skating and the puck appears right in front of you. There's so much space, but he makes it easy, and we're even Ryan there, and I think we have good chemistry and we're playing well.
For you guys, getting 4 wins means a lot to any club, but for you guys in particular, to finish this pre-Christmas schedule off with a bang and 4 straight wins, what's it mean for you?
Right, I think that was huge for us. That was our goal coming into the last couple of weeks here. We started playing well, getting bounces, and coming into these last couple of games, we needed the 4 points. We can't be giving up games like we did at the beginning there, and I think everybody's buying in, and there's always all 4 lines playing right now, so it makes it easy on the rest of us.
With all 4 lines going the way they are, how dangerous is this team?
Yeah, I think when we're playing like this, we're a tough team to stop. We play fast, and there's threats on every line. Everybody contributes, and I think that's been our main success right now.
Half your goals and 4 points this year against the Habs. We're steering the ship right direction right now.
Just how important is it, heading into the break here now to not have to stew on a loss? You guys are entering the break winning 4 in a row here.
Yeah, obviously we want to feel good about ourselves. At the end of the day, you got a couple days to think about it, and 4 in a row before the break's a good sign. And I think someone just said 10, 5 in our last 15 or something like that. So it's pretty good. The ship's going in the right direction, like I keep saying. And it's just fun to come to the rink when we're winning. This is such a good team, and it was so frustrating early on, but now we're kind of steering the thing in the right direction, as I keep saying again and again. But it's a lot of fun, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Sorry that we jumped in late there, but your line seems to be generating a lot of chemistry out there, and they're getting their chances. So what works between that trio? Yeah,
I just think Leon's a great passer. He makes great plays, and JJ is so good at protecting the puck. He's a very underrated player on our team. I think getting an opportunity now to kind of play more minutes, and he's showing why he can do it. And we've obviously had some tic-tac-toe goals, but I think it's our general play that's been good. I mean, obviously last game we were on for a couple against, but coach trusts us in those tough situations, and we're pretty strong defensively, and I think we could even have a couple more goals. We can keep gaining that chemistry and bear down a little bit more.
Ryan,
So we hear from the Oilers locker room, the Ryan Strome, Jujhar Khaira, Leon Draisaitl trio with a big night, 6 points between the three of them. Draisaitl with 3 assists, Khaira with a goal and an assist, and Strome with a goal. We're going to send it down now to the Habs locker room, here from Brendan Gallagher and Max Pacioretty.
Max, is it possible to see the big picture and two victories out of 3? It's not bad in the West.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing better. I mean, we still got to find ways to create offense. We talked about that Vancouver game, and you guys are asking me about, you know, tightening up defense, but we got to still create plays offensively, and especially when we go down 3-0, we got to find a way to find our offense, and you know, we had looks tonight. But still, like, there's times where we can sustain pressure, and you know, we're already back-checking before you know, the puck's out of our zone. So I don't know if that's confidence or what, but we got to find ways to put pucks in the net and sustain offensive zone.
Do you feel that in the end you guys?
Yeah, he played awesome. He played really well. I mean, how many breakaway saves and odd man rush saves. He played very, very well and gave us a chance to come back in that game.
How do you explain the number of breakouts? Hard to find energy in the first because, I mean, last night you certainly did in Calgary, but what was the difference there, do you think?
Well, it's kind of always the when you're playing back-to-backs, it's not the end of the game. It's more the beginning. When you wake up, you don't really sleep. It always takes a little bit more time to get in the game. But I mean, we understood that. You just got to play a little bit smarter. You know, I actually thought the first 10 minutes we were okay, weathered the storm, and then the last 10 minutes they came at us with a lot of speed, and we were on our heels, and that was probably the difference in the game. So another thing to learn from, just understand that you know, you got to give yourself a chance to get in the game, chip pucks in, simplify your game a little bit, and you know, hopefully try and get all the periods 0-0 and allow yourself to get into it.
Looking at it now, you were able to get, I mean, if you go back to the Ottawa game, 2 wins out of 4, but I don't want to say it's good enough, but can you look at it in a positive light?
Well, I think I mean, the start of the road trip, we weren't happy with our effort in Ottawa. I thought we responded. We got a little bit better in Vancouver. In Calgary, maybe played one of our best games of the year. And then tonight, you know, I thought we battled. I thought we competed. It's just, you know, we're playing a good hockey team, and there's little key mistakes certain times in games, and also, you know, we had our chance.
So there we hear from Brendan Gallagher and Max Pacioretty from the Habs. The Habs have been on the road for a little over a week. Of course, they started out with the game in the outdoor game at Lansdowne last week in Ottawa. And they won last night against Calgary, and then, of course, drop a 4-1 decision here going into the Christmas break. We're standing by now for Todd McLellan, who looks like he's about to address the media in the Oilers Hall of Fame room. But before we get to McLellan, let's take a look at tonight's game stats from this one. The Oilers jumped out to a 2-goal lead in the first period. The teams exchanging goals in the second period, and then in the third, it was Jujhar Khaira with the lone tally. That one, of course, being an empty netter. The 4-1 final. The Oilers now have 4 straight victories and are 17-17-2 on the season as we head into the Christmas break. Shots 35-30 in favor of the Oil. Hits 33 for Edmonton, 34 for Montreal. The power play goes 1 for 3. The PK 1 for 2, and the Habs win the face-off battle. The Oilers next in action on Wednesday when they'll head off to Winnipeg to face the Jets. That one is a 6 o'clock start. So as we wait for Todd McLellan, who again, and Claude Julien, as a matter of fact, who both look like they're ready to address the media, we'll step out and take a look at some out-of-town scores.
Yandel fires. Oh, what a glove save by Condon. McKenzie winning the draw clean for the chance. Nicely holds it in for Verbata, turning and shooting. CC blocked that. It's Brickley again, flipping it towards the net. In front, McCann trying to jam it home. Condon had the right pad on it, and it's under there.
Condon stood his ground, and we have a scoreless game through 20.
The Devils get possession. Green threw it across Palmieri. They score! They were trying to go backdoor to Boyle. The puck never got there.
I think think this ends up going off of Gustav Forsling.
That was a 7-second power play. Will Butcher across, Nason at the circle, throws it across, they score! Pavel Zacha! It's been a long time coming, his first goal since October 11th. For the second time in as many games this season, the Devils have chased one of the elite goaltenders in the league. Crawford to the bench.
Here's Morgan Riley. Jumps up, goes wide, fanned on his shot. It got to the net anyway. A bouncing puck in front, shot just wide.
Pass deflected. Brendan Smith went down. The turnover. Marner makes a move. Saved by Lundqvist. And it was cleared away by Brady Shea.
That'll get you a little more ice time for character.
There's a steal.
All right, Todd McLellan ready to address the media down in the Oilers Hall of Fame room. We're sending it down there right now.
Loser .500, considering where you guys were. What statement does that make about your hockey club?
Well, the first question is, obviously Connor blocked the shot, he came off, and the doctors have x-rayed it, they've come back negative. His foot's a little sore, obviously, from blocking it, but he's in good spirits, and the 3 days will help him, and fully expect him to play in Winnipeg. The second question about getting back to 500 here at this point and at Christmas, it's you know, it's nice to see the guys get rewarded for some of the work they put in over the last month. When it wasn't looking so good, and I'm referring more to Toronto and even Nashville at home here, they could have let it get away from them. They didn't do that. They stuck with it. So all we've done is scratch back to the surface. And got a long road ahead of us, but we're starting to reel in a few teams, and we've got to catch them one at a time. And you can only do that by playing good hockey, and we've done that for three and a half weeks now.
Todd, is this the best Leon's played in a while? Leon was terrific tonight.
He was very good. I thought that line was excellent. Everybody played to their strengths. Leon face-offs, Leon vision and size, holding people off. JJ doing that as well. Stromer shooting the puck. I felt good about playing them against anybody, and I thought they were our strongest line tonight.
Now, when you're going well, I mean, it's nice to have the Christmas break. Would you just like to keep rolling?
Well, in my opinion, we are really doing that. Every athlete in the league, every player in the league needs a little bit of time, and they deserve time with their family. So whether we're going good or bad or whatever, they deserve that time, and they've earned that time. So go and enjoy their families. Let's come back on the 27th and try and put a good game on the ice there in Winnipeg, and see if we can keep it going.
Todd, Leon had a lot of success on the right wing last year, of course, with Connor. He felt his game is picked up since he's gone back to center. Just feels he's moving better. He's free wheeling a little bit more. Do you see that? I know you'll switch him up every now and then, but is this a guy now you feel long-term,
well,
your team is a center?
I don't know if it's the positional thing. It could have something to do with it, but I think Leon is skating much better than he was. I think Leon's physical on offense now, and what does that mean? It doesn't mean forechecking and running over D-man, holding people off when he's got the puck and creating space for his teammates and line mates. You know, he's doing more of that than he was in the past, and he's a tremendous player. He's slowly reaching potential this year, and we need him to take the team over on some nights, and tonight was one of those nights.
Todd, you're playing the Jets, and you haven't seen them in a long time. What do you expect from them? They've been very well.
One of the top teams in the league. You know, a record at home that is second to none. They play with a lot of energy there. You know, that game in Winnipeg, you're getting me to think ahead now, but it's always a concerning game when you start on the road after Christmas, especially with the type of day we're going to go through. Really, really early morning flight. We're going to fly there, and then we're going to practice, get a skate in there before we play, and it'll affect everybody, but it'll be a good character test for us. And if we want to continue to build, we've got to come up with one in their building. So no better time than now.
Todd, you're never going to be mad at a player for going out and blocking a shot. It's obviously an unorthodox way in how he blocked it. A lot of people wonder if, you know, there's been too much emphasis on blocking shots in the NHL. When you see a superstar player, even if he doesn't get injured from it, is that just part of it, or do you cringe? Would you rather McDavid not block a shot?
No, I'd rather him block a shot. That's when you're on a team, and it's not fair for certain individuals to have to block it and others not to. That shot should have been blocked by everyone, and when your captain does it now, it's pretty powerful. I don't think you'll see a lot of our guys avoiding it. Your question, I think, is alluding to his stature or status as one of the top players, not only in our team, but in the league. And you never want to see a player get hurt when they have that stature, but they have to play the game. They have to play the right way. It's no different than him attacking the net and you know, getting dinged up some other way. It's part of the game. And there'll be a big debate about it now for the next 4 or 5 days and whether he should or shouldn't be. He instinctively went to that lane and did what he always does. Okay. Merry Christmas, you guys.
The chances as they had on our goaltender.
Is that frustrating when you see the top two lines particularly not producing enough or not generating enough chances?
Well, as we were saying, like, they had some chances tonight. I think, you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, if they can make those chances count, it'll make a big difference for a hockey club right now. But as I was mentioning, at least, you know, they're creating something right now. I think a little bit of what we talked about at the beginning of the year as a team. I think just got to find the finish with those lines, and hopefully that'll help us out a lot.
So you talked about finish, and for Patrick, it's been a tough go. Is there any advice? I mean, what does he have to do that he's not doing to start scoring like he's known for?
Well, there's no doubt. Mentally, it's a challenge. You know, as I was saying, you know, he gets robbed in Vancouver of pretty well a sure goal, and then he scores a nice goal, and it gets called back because of an offside, and then he's being challenged right now mentally, and I think that's where you got to be strong and just stick with it here, and eventually we'll go in as a line. I think we need them to produce, so all they can do is keep working, keep creating those chances, and hopefully the tide turns a little bit for them, and they start getting some breaks.
A few defensive breakdowns tonight. What do you think about Lornette's game generally?
About who?
Lornette
had a tough night.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I think we all saw the same thing, and you know, I've seen him play. He's played for us last year, and we know he's capable of being better. Just a tough night for him tonight.
Thank you, Claude.
Okay, thank you.
There's Claude Julien after his team's 4-1 defeat at the hands of the Edmonton Oilers. Some good news from Todd McLellan in regards to Connor McDavid, who blocked his shot with just over 2 minutes left to play in the third period. McDavid had x-rays on his foot. They came back negative. A good sign. He's got a few days to rest that foot up before the Oilers are back in action. Let's take a look at the highlights from tonight. Edmonton's 4-1 victory over the Montreal Canadiens. Edmonton came out flying in this one. 2-on-1, McDavid finds Puljujarvi. He cannot convert and beat Antti Niemi. No score still. Edmonton still wheeling and dealing. Leon Draisaitl throws it down low, gets the return from Ryan Strome. He puts it off the side of the net. Then it would be Patrick Maroon with a little dipsy doodle, and Niemi standing tall. He had a strong first period, however. The Oilers would finally crack the Habs netminder. It's Ryan Strome scoring his 7th of the season on a pretty feed from Jujhar Khaira and Leon Draisaitl at 13:49. Couple minutes later, it'll be Connor McDavid just throwing one harmlessly on net, but no, it actually gets by Niemi, giving the Oilers a 2-0 lead. McDavid's got 14 on the season. Darnell Nurse and Chris Russell with the assists on that one. Later, this now in the second period, it's Milan Lucic making it 3-0. Edmonton on the power play, is 9th of the season from McDavid and Draisaitl. Pretty feeds there at 4:21. The Habs would close the gap to 2. Joe Morrow with the shot. It's actually Andrew Shaw who gets the goal. He's got 9 on the season. That's on a Habs power play. Byron and Morrow the assists at 12:55. In the third period, Patrick Maroon looking to restore that 3-goal lead. Stopped twice on a breakaway. And here's the shot that McDavid blocked late in the game. He would go down and leave, would not return or come out for the second star of the game announcement, but Jujhar Khaira wraps things up with a nice little bow to end the night at 4-1. Khaira has 6 on the season. The Oilers, 4 wins in a row, 500 for the first time since the second game of the season. Certainly spreading some holiday cheer here at Rogers Place and around Oil Country as they get set now for a couple of days between games. As we take one more look at tonight's game stats, they'll be in action in Winnipeg on Wednesday night. So Edmonton, 17-2 at the Christmas break. A big mental hurdle there to get to 500 before the Christmas break. We'll see what they can do with just over half a season remaining. And with that, we will wrap up tonight's Oilers TV live post-game show by saying have a tremendous and Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.